Hello, BB Gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is Slay the Princess, my second run of this game. And actually, there was a choice we wanted to pick last time. We were choosing between OK, and I was kind of hoping for a better ending for Saving the World. And I wanted to see exactly where these other options went, so we might choose both of these options at some point. We're going to choose this option as well.
In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
If not just to get this interesting dialogue.
This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Okay.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
So, maybe I should have picked the other option?
Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Well, didn't you hear the narrator? We're happy? Hell no, you have an idea. Of course we are. We like it like this. So we'll try to get out of here?
But you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
What do you mean? How are we going to use the blade?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
But what does he mean? What are we going to exactly do with this blade?
Don't you dare.
Explore, wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get us out of this hell? You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick... Okay, no, we're trying to get out of here, yeah.
You. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
No, it's not.
You ingrate.
Doesn't work that way.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Wait, what? So we're going back into the basement?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine.
Because you've been there for so long.
Of
course.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
That is rough. I thought we were going to use the knife, I don't know, it was going to kill us in terms of, the narrator was going to kill us. I guess I'm just being silly.
The end. Nice knowing you.
What do we do now, though? The Spectre. The Spectre? Did we get the Spectre before? I don't think so.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Someone said what we got before, and they actually very kindly commented what I got before. So I'm going to see this now, and I'll see if this is something I got before. 1 second. They said I got... The prisoner, the damsel, the witch, the tower, the beast. We have not gotten the Spectre.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But does that mean we have a different voice? Yeah, let's go to the cabin. Does that mean we have a different voice with us?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah.
She won't be a problem.
The cold. Proceed. The voice of the cold this time. Okay, we're gonna have to hear more from the voice of the cold to understand where they're coming from as well.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odor of dirt permeating the air.
Feels abandoned.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
It's so weird because now it feels like it's like an interior of a home that hasn't been lived in for a while, right? With the wallpaper stripping off.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead.
What?
You killed her already.
There's music as well. So in this world, he's saying she's dead? Enter the basement. Let's go. What does the basement look like?
The door.
It is like an old house, right? With the wallpaper stripping off?
Banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
No calling up.
Nobody's here. Naturally.
Do you hear this music?
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
The spectre.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
The spectre, that's what it means by the spectre. What would a knife
As you
do?
descend the
Oh,
final
dear
step,
lord.
The form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
This is rough.
It's just like I told you.
The voice
Before
of
you
the
have a
cold.
chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the
Oh
floor.
my god.
Two deep
And
set
it's
eyes
auto-playing.
stare at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Kind of adorable but scary at the same time.
And finally,
Is she waving
the
at
rest
us?
of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Exactly.
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
The cold just does not
It's
care.
you. Hiya, Keller.
Yeah?
I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Because I've been more.
The princess drifts across the room.
Oh no,
into
autoplay
your
is on
orbit,
because I
gently
pressed it by
running her
accident.
fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
This is so freaking cool. It's so cool. Like freaky but cool.
Her touch is cold and ethereal.
She looks awesome.
Formless, yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing.
Oh
across
my
your
gosh, she's
skin.
being very playful with this as well.
So she has a body. And she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again. If we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Sorry with that, guys. So it says, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Like, I know she's like a specter and she has like this really like scary face. To me, like, she just still is kind of like she's adorable. You know what I mean? I don't want to wait and see how things play out for sure.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
I do not. I do not. I actually do not.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
I am. I'm going to say sorry.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Sure thing. Sure thing, Miss Spectre Lady. I killed you. What are you doing now being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim you threatened me last time. I don't think... Did she? Oh, maybe in the last form. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. There we go.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
Like, there's an air of creepiness, of course, because she's a spectre, right? It's a ghost. I love the effects they're doing here, but I just think she looks adorable.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything.
So is the voice of the
Maybe we
cold, am
should.
I...
We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
Am I right in saying the voice of the cold is cold in the sense that they don't care about what's in front of them? They're just like, oh, you know, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just kill her, you know?
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Yeah, but like, we're slaying, like, the love of our life in this game.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
I killed you, what even not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. Do you want me to die? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy... Oh wait, what do you want from me? And the enemy is my friend. Let's team up. That sounds actually really fun. But that's what you want from me. If I wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too. And I'm not floating around like you. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What are you even trying to hurt me? After I killed you in this cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. There's so many options. I was told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me to do. leave the basement, right? I don't think there's much more for us to talk about. I'm going to get my blade. Okay, the answer I wanted to do was, let's team up. Where is it? Or what do you want from me?
I just want the same thing I've always wanted. To go home. But this place won't let me go.
The design is so freaking good.
Alone.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Spectre. You could probably kill me for that as well. But like, it's such a cool design. It's so cool. And I don't see her as scary. Like I see that the aspect of her coming out of the floor was scary, but I just think it's such a cool design. Like, yes, she's a Spectre. Yes, it's a skeletal face, right? But it's the way they've done it is like not really terrifying.
I've tried. Before you came back to me.
There's still an air of
I
elegance to
explored
it.
every inch of this place. Even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
So there's no way for you to escape the way you're doing it?
Maybe we
Even
should
if you go
just
through the walls?
leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
So he's saying there could be a chance of her getting out?
It'd be dull, anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
I can't get a read on the voice of the cold as I'm usually able to get a read on these characters. For me, like, it sounds like they are just like cold in terms of like their emotions, right?
And you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Sure thing. Come on, let's get out of here, Spectre.
After all,
Okay, that's terrifying. That's okay. Okay, now it's definitely not
Absolutely
pleasant.
not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
It's the least we can do.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
And I believe that. I believe that
Would
100%.
she be able to see us if we went along with it?
They were able to talk to the narrator before, right?
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That is actually an interesting thought. And also the Void the Cold is coming at this from the perspective of like, this could be fun, right? All this scary stuff that we're going through, this could be really fun, you know?
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no? This would be just temporary, right? If I let you in, do you still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I told you in the world. Let the princess possess you. Let's go.
The princess
go.
swims through the
Let's
air
go.
in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
It's like a sweet smile, though, you know? It's a sweet skeleton smile.
you're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
And she's calling us a killer as well.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh, that sight is terrifying. Like, that's like, it's a mangled mess. Oh,
She
she's gone
rushes
into us?
forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest,
Oh
a
my
freezing numbness flowing
God.
out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Well, look, we're here now. It's our life. We're possessed.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain.
God.
Your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more
Dear
waves of agony to ripple across
Way
your
you're
body.
describing this as well. Holy
You
hell.
collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Is that it?
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels
Oh.
heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
So, like, when she possessed us, our body started to feel like it had another person within our body. And all the joint pains is probably from someone, like, you know, adapting to our body as well.
Your eyes flick back open
Great
as
angle.
you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Wait, you're gonna narrate everything now?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't. or she wouldn't have commented on it.
Yeah, the cold just doesn't care for any nonsense, right? That's what I'm getting from this.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Shards of broken glass.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
She's being very pleasant for someone who like was killed by us before and now has possessed us, right? But I think that's just her personality.
A voice? Me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
Yeah, we're doing it together, right? We're doing it together.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
But I don't even get what that means. Why is that like something to do with the mirror possibly as well, or maybe the shards we saw at the end of the first playthrough with the narrator?
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
I think I more listened to them and tried to ascertain what to do from there. I think, but yeah, they more I think they more like to hear themselves talk than anything else.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Technically, they're not lying, in the way that this thing has been created at the very least.
You're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Oh my god, that's so interesting, because if we got this one beforehand, like, she kind of is, like, in a way, clocking this, like, not perfectly, but it is like the memory of someone, right?
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
The body's gone?
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
No, this seems like, again, it may be a foolish decision, but, like, if I get the chance to ever save the princess in any way, shape, or form, or get them out of here, I always love taking that option. And it is really because, like, I feel like in my personal life, if I saw a specter before me and, like, they asked me to help them escape, like, I think the first reaction would probably be cowering in fear in the corner, right? But obviously we're not doing this because we've already experienced something like this before. We're probably terrified in all senses. But I also think at this stage as well, I think we're coming at this from the experience of already playing this game before. So I think that also adds to the idea of, like, we already, like, not love this gal ourselves, but it's more just like, we have an admiration for the story and the characters and these vessels. And we love seeing the different types of vessels. So I wonder if, like, that's also coloring my view where I'm like, yeah, let's get possessed. Why not? Let's see where this goes. Because we genuinely, like, have had fantastic experiences in this game. Horrible experiences too, but, like, fantastically horrible experiences when we tried to get them out of here. And also some crazy experiences when we tried to kill them too.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably. And
also, I will always have a natural distrust of the narrator. Leave the basement. Let's try. Are they going to close the door in front of us?
Weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, narrator, right? We're just trying to get out of here. This is such a cool environment.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
I do also love that the Spectre is, like, being so playful with this as well. The playful is almost like they're being as playful as to almost, like, make it seem like they're making the narrator feel trivial. They're making them feel like it's almost like, the way they're talking, the way they're having, like, this conversation with each other, it makes the narrator sound kind of like the crazy one. Even though we know, like, we always went against the narrator in the first game. But the way she's like, look, you don't know that. I'm just trying to get out of here, And there is that really, like, funny, playful side to her.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I mean, suppose everything is somewhere, right?
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
So where does this world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Is the same world be reborn? And that's interesting to say during this quest as well, during the quest we're on here with the different princesses. Like, we know that all the worlds, like all the cabins kind of appeared in one. So they all joined together? Are they different worlds? Is it the same world being reborn over and over again, right? And that's the question that the Cold is asking right now.
Against the backdrop of the inane
you just let us out, okay.
of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Yeah, that's what's weird. Like, usually he would have stopped us by now.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Possibly.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Yeah, the narrator is 100% still... they have to have something planned though, right? Because that's usually what happens in narrator. They don't let us like go too far. Or sometimes they force us into certain situations.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything
Oh,
other
wow.
than describe and dictate.
So because she is now a part of us, like almost like these voices are a part of us too, her weight and her presence is overpowering the ability to actually like control us anymore because there's someone else already possessing us.
And wine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
You see, and he's trying to convince us still, right, of what's happening here. But we've always been very much pro-princess whenever we can be.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
I don't fully believe it, but we'll go with it.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens.
That's
next.
okay. I think you guys can tell me as well. The grasp I've gotten on the Cold now is that he is basically saying, like, I just want to see what happens next, and he doesn't actually have any emotions towards what's going to happen. Like, he's just like, he doesn't care about us, doesn't care about the narrator, doesn't care about the princess really. He's just like, whatever happens next, let's just see. Maybe it'll be fun. I'm so excited to see. It's probably just gonna be the world again.
But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
It's also interesting to have all these voices, the princess's voice, the Spectre, I should say, the Spectre, the narrator, the hero, and the Cold all in our head at one time. And like, it's almost like 3 was already weird in her head, right? Now that it's 4, it feels like they're having a conversation in her mind, right? It feels like there's this full-on like party in her head. And it's not a good party, I don't think. I think it's more just like very confusing, but at the same time, I feel like now, because the Cold is there too, and the hero is kind of more docile when the princess is being saved in a way, because they're kind of like, no, we have to save the princess. I feel like what we're getting is a docile hero, a cold person who doesn't care about the story, is just going to keep pushing forward, and the princess as well, who is all about pushing forward, and we're pushing forward. The narrator has been drowned out completely, and they're feeling that as well.
Collapse to the ground. You and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin.
If you guys get that, I get that energy from it.
As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
The same thing?
Yes?
Nothingness, right?
Nothing. He's
Yep.
gone, and so is everything else.
But you're still here?
So we did slay him after all.
She hasn't been taken
He
yet.
had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
I always feel bad for the hero in some ways because they're they're even more confused than they feel like even the player are sometimes. And it's good to have a confused character who is like, maybe easily swayed. Because then like it's like almost like reaffirming our choices sometimes, right? The hero does, I guess. Because like we have all these contradicting voices sometimes, or we have like voices that have their own ideals and all this stuff. So to have a character who has their own mind, but also like will help us along with everything we're doing, it's interesting because they're called the hero, but what they're doing isn't always heroic. What they're doing is maybe considered heroic from different sides, whether it's a narrator, oh, you're saving the world, you're a hero. From the princess, oh, you're a hero, you saved me, and all this stuff. So it's like really weird. It's really cool having the name hero, because it means a different thing each time, but he's always in some way a hero. And then the hero gets kind of like punished sometimes too when they don't pick a side fully.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
There's the specter. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. So she's still just sticking out of her body?
Me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
It's no problem whatsoever, so at least I could do. But what's happening now?
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
There it is, yep. They know they're meant to come back to this vessel. The vessel is meant to come to the entity. They know this. And the entity has said this before. You don't get a chance to respond normally ever. It's time to leave. The memory returns. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk to this entity once again.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yep.
Ignore him. You have to look.
It's not final for me, though. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. What do we look like now? They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. We're bigger. We're a big boy now. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin, and this time we get to talk to... Look at... Oh my god, you can see from a mile away that's the specter. Approach her. You can see from a mile away.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Yeah, this music is always really beautiful as well. Like, it's weird. I said it last time, and I was talking about it with like a patron as well, how I really feel as though the entity gives me more comfort than anything in this game, and I don't know if that's weird. That like it feels like the most normal, and it's not normal, but it feels like the most like known thing in this game, right? Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed? What does it feel like to change this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Okay. So she probably said some of this stuff before, but she's saying like when she's changing, like her experience is growing, obviously, like there's some stuff that conflicts with who she is, and the familiarities, and it's just small familiarities that bind all the contradictions together.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Explore everything you feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight no? She will not. When it's all done, how will you know? Explore. You know at the end of this, once you finish, I'm going to kill you. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone I've ever met. I love saying this.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the
Yeah.
only thing I know that isn't me.
Such a good line. Such a good line. And what do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Yes.
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a
Wow.
yearning heart.
So that kindness that she had and that willing to forgive seemed to be real. Like when I said I didn't believe it, it seemed like the willingness to forgive from the Spectre was actually a very real thing. Because they had longed for something, or like something, or I guess feeling something for so long, and a dream of a life they could never have, that kindness that's in their heart was so open because they just wanted to be around anybody. Wow.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff from my perspective. I'm ready to go back. Enough with all this pretension. No, what do you want to... yeah, so a lot of these we know from before. I think it's 5 vessels. Yeah. We'll see what's coming next. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for
Wow,
freedom.
yeah, I think we've heard part of this
But
before as
they are
well.
only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Yes, she can only see their thoughts and
The wounds
perspectives.
they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Yeah.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Yeah. So she's basically saying that, like, you know, like they want this to
I
happen.
will
They
long
want
for
this to
your
happen.
return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
And we can get that. The reason why they want to leave is because they're drawn to this. That's what they're drawn to.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. So, the hero and the princess once again. The other suggestion I got off somebody, and I'm going by suggestion,
You're on a path.
of just like little
in the
hints I can
woods.
do here as well.
You're here.
We're going to go to the cabin again. Now, what I heard was hesitate and wonder if she's armed and then kill her. Hesitate, wonder if she's armed and kill
You
her.
may kill a warning. We're not going to ignore him.
Hesitate, wonder if she's armed and kill. I don't know how that's going to work.
The interior of the blade.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement. The Spectre was really cool, by the way. And it's really interesting that, like, yeah, in the end, all that kindness she had and that forgiveness she
Door
had
to
was
the
real.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly. Her voice.
Who's there?
She said, "Don't let."
So, continue down the stairs.
Good.
So,
You're still
what do
listening
we
to
say,
reason.
like, with hesitation, what do we
Walk
do
down
here?
the stairs. She's so focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. What would be hesitation with this? I guess... No way, why would you even think that? I'm just here to talk sounds like hesitation?
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you?
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your drop it?
The blade
Thank you.
Can we pick it
Maybe
back up,
now
I
we
wonder?
can just talk.
against your will be fine. Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here.
We've done
but
this before, that's why I'm
assure you
skipping
there's
through it, by the
So
way.
here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I definitely don't think I did what I was supposed to there. Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you
You know why you're here.
We've never done this before, right? Keep her locked away?
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't,
What is she gonna do?
I can promise that you'll come to regret
I
that
bet. I bet
decision.
with the powers that you have at this stage.
You have to make a
But they're
choice.
drawn to getting out of here because they
Let's
want to
hope
go
for
to the
all our
entity,
sakes
right?
It's the right one.
I don't think I've ever tried this.
No, you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
No one wins here. I know. I think I'm just like. So I definitely didn't do what the suggestion was. I thought I was doing it, but I guess I didn't really do it.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
I've never done this one though.
You turn your back
What
to
is
the
this? Is
princess
the
and make your way to the stairs.
door's gonna
It
close?
won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
I bet there will be.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
That's what's so good about the writing of this game. It makes you instantly regret every decision you made and think about every decision you made. There's instantly the feeling we're getting now, right? And I'm getting now is like, wait, what if she's just gonna show up behind me, you know? And it makes you feel that way.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her. I've never tried to lock
It'll
her
be
in.
the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
I've never tried this one.
You close
the-
the basement
with the
door,
table?
locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Did we have the blade on us?
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement
Oh, what if
door.
she starts opening it?
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by
No.
a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side.
That's so
of the
scary.
I know you're still there.
Stop.
Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
No.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on.
I would usually agree, but that's the scariest thing. It's so crazy how like I've seen so many terrifying things in this game and still like how scary is just a voice behind a door.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more
That's so
like
scary.
something out of a nightmare.
That is so scary.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart.
Oh, no.
Piece by piece.
And I believe you.
I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive you.
This is so scary. Like and it's again like I said, it's so crazy to me that how good the writing is of this game. Is that instantly we regret our decision, we see a consequence of our decision, and now we're here in fear in a corner. And again, we played both sides. We didn't kill her, we didn't let her escape, and now we have the narrators like, dude, what the hell? And she's like, I'm gonna kill you anyway. Playing both sides does not work, and we're learning that here as well.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Maybe.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
And the narrator's just like, yeah, I told you. Tell me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. Oh god. So all that you're doing was an act, you're not really innocent or harmless, you're not even a princess, you're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep? What happens here?
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't
I
pay
like that we're
attention
doing
to
this fence sitting now because I'm really curious to see where this is going.
it. You put the princess's threats out of
How?
your mind as best you can and huddle up
That
against the wall.
sound. Do you hear that? Do you hear every time it thuds? Like it's so creepy.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence
No.
in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped.
No.
And the door to the basement
She
is
beat it
ajar.
open.
Its lock broken and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of
What
that
the
awful
hell?
basement.
That is, how can this be scarier than the Spectre? Stop,
try and stumble
stop.
to your feet, but as the princess
No.
draws near, it's as though
God,
your
stop.
body simply stops working.
Please.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves.
My...
First your toes
Stop.
go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie
My
prone
neck
on
is-
the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
You know what's scary? They said the paralysis comes in waves. I literally moved up my hand in front of my face, and my neck is like, my chin is down to my chest. Like how I've just like tensed up completely.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
This is
Lying
crazy.
about the facts of the situation doesn't change.
This is so scary.
So helpless. I can take my time
No.
with you, can't I?
That is such a scary image.
She
No,
steps closer.
no.
One
No, 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 no,
silent
no, no, no,
footfall
no.
at a time, cocking her head
Please.
in curiosity as you feel your organs
Oh, we're just
shutting
dying.
down one by
We're just
one.
dying. Stop!
Maybe
That's so
I
scary.
can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
That is as scary she's ever been.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I bet, but like I can't even look at this.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end.
That is.
Don't we?
Yeah, sure, but that. I have never been more scared in this game
It
by a
can't be.
mile.
This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
And the narrator's so defeated as well. He's like, "Yep, that's it."
Everything goes dark, and you die.
He's just like, yeah, and it's an acceptance because you know what was going to happen. That image of her coming closer and closer to us, I will never forget. Then, what? Excuse me?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And that wasn't a nightmare?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's go. Let's go. Which voice do we have with us this time?
A warning. Before you go, she will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Oh, he's referencing this.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh my god, we have a paranoid character with us. He's going to be questioning everything. And again, I always think it relates to the last one. Maybe not literally, but like you can always like relate it back to the last one. We sat on the fence. We chose to trust ourselves, and now we're not trusting anybody. We chose to only trust ourselves and the hero, and now we have someone with us who doesn't trust anyone. Proceed to the cabin. This is so scary. What could the night...
The interior of the cabin
Stop.
is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is
Door's
a
wide
lone
open.
table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement door.
But now she's like... why is... And you know why it's scarier? Because it's just an unknown entity. We've never had... Oh my god, did you... Oh my god, all the things staring at us from the window. Oh my god, I got such a freaking chill. I need to... No, please stop.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
They're literally staring at us.
Hold on. What happened to
I
the
agree,
door?
Voices of Paranoid, I agree.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she?
Yes.
And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on
Stop,
us?
I can feel some eyes on me. I have such a chill going over my body, guys, because of those eyes staring at us.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
This has been the scariest route so far. Easily. I keep looking back and forth between the windows. You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Let's just enter the basement. Well, as always, if we cannot take the blade, we won't.
Should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper.
I agree. But I still...
You cross over the threshold and onto
Are they all
a series
eyeballs
of
as well?
isolated steps suspended in darkness.
It's like a nightmare.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
I love the voices of the paranoid. It's really, you know what? You know what's crazy? Now that the paranoid's here, I'm feeling paranoid as well.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, I bet. It's so cool, but it's so scary.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Wait, is that the same entity we just met? And wait, did the entity cross over between worlds? She was in two of them. Is that the first time that's happened? Because she was in the first one and now she's in this one as well.
Come back. She must have.
No, buddy. We literally just met her. That's why the door is open. She switched between worlds.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter. We need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I'm going to talk to her. Step into the void? No, continue down the stairs. What are you talking about?
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh no, I made the wrong decision, didn't I?
As
What
you
is
emerge,
that?
you find yourself between two
And look at all
loose
the
rows
eyes as
of
well.
white wooden planks.
This is too much.
Suspended in
I'm
nothingness.
gonna die.
A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
I'm sorry. This has made my stomach turn. This game is so freaking good at this.
She could be anywhere,
Yep.
and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
That's what it is. We have the door open is no protection. No knife, no protection. All this, there's no back we can turn to. We can't go against the wall.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
I relate to the voice of the paranoid so much right now.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were
Stop.
you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
No, how about I leave? How about I go the other way? We start a different route. I'll go back to the beast. Oh my god. Do nothing, go right. No, we have to go forward. Go right? No, I always go left in games.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before
All the
you.
eyeballs.
There you are.
That's not the same entity.
I told you I was going to find you.
What is that? It's like a...
As the princess approaches,
Wait!
your legs suddenly go numb.
We've never seen that one. That is definitely not the same one as last time.
Your arms quickly follow.
Can I say she actually looks really freaking cool though? Like it's a really cool look.
This is it, isn't
Like
it?
a great design.
No little
Oh.
knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get
Sure.
you.
It's always crazy in this game how I'm always torn between, oh my god, what the hell is that? And oh my god, that is the coolest design I've ever seen in my life.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
Paranoid, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you, buddy. You're right to be paranoid. I brought you here.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Dear lord. And what they've done here, like, as well, is they've not only confirmed the paranoid's paranoia, right? But also, like in this sense, like, all of our fears as well are being confirmed. We were so terrified to come down here, and she did find us. Everything she said she'd do. And it's telling us, hey, if you're scared in future in this game, you should be.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
We're done.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
And the paranoid's being very quiet.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
So again, because obviously your natural instinct is to survive, right? And then we just wake up and see this staring back at us.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
Wait, the paranoid can
Then
control our body?
experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
They can like fix our body?
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Wait, the paranoid's actually doing work here.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as
And
you
she's
gasp
just
for breath.
playing with us.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Can't decide what you want to do, can
No.
you?
liver,
Oh well.
And the way she's like
Getting your gas
cartoonishly
in with a
moving
fish is
around.
more fun than dead.
liver,
Even if you look ridiculous.
heart, lungs.
Like you look at the hands on the hip and everything. Like she's so comfortable in this darkness and she knows we're not.
She isn't attacking us. Nerves.
She's
Why?
enjoying it.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of
You
it
can still
is
hear the
for
paranoid,
to
by the
be
way.
seen.
It's so cool.
Nerves. Heart. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart.
Oh my god, we still have an option. Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after I killed you last time? I sent here to stop you from destroying the world. Not gonna say that. If you want me to work together, you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down thing. Yeah.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Honestly based. Honestly, cool. You know what? She's terrifying, but I respect her. Like honestly, like that's such like a terrifyingly, but like yeah, it's like okay. She's like, hey, it's your fault. You came into my world. We can work together. We can be friends. I don't think that's gonna work out. Let's just try it though.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want.
Okay.
Somebody's ahead of the
So she
curve.
actually does want it?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
They need our help. They need our help to do so. By the way, the crack on the top of her face is in the shape of like a tree. Really cool.
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here
I'll help you get
too.
out. Let's go. If you stop being the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, I'll help you get
I
out.
don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Sure. Yeah. No. I can literally if this stops this horror, I will help you leave. No problem.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Where's the answer? Just leave together. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
What? No!
Narrator, stay out of this, okay? This is one of the scariest experiences in this game thus far. And also, I honestly, when she said the thing where she was like, hey, you can't handle being around me, it's not my fault. It's like, man, you know what? We entered into her basement. It's our fault.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Honestly, this is my gal now.
Liver. No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
True. Yeah, the world's gonna end. I love the paranoid is actually like weirdly like reason true paranoia, right? It was kind of like the voice of reason through a paranoid stance.
With a
We're
flick
going
of
up the stairs.
princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Listen, narrator, right? The fact is we don't get along. This is my new best friend. Let's go.
Come along now.
Yep.
You don't want to be stuck down here.
She's so scary.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use
No,
it.
this is a prison break, narrator. You've stumbled into another prison break.
But we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out.
No, we will not grab it. She's been nice enough to bring us out alive.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
And the paranoid is like obviously like just suggesting that just to have all options open.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Let's go. Let's go.
You step onto the basement
Such a cool
stairs,
design.
following the princess as she ascends.
Best friends now.
Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
The narrator is very correct in that, like, yes, we can't just say it's just a choice, but again, like, I'm so hell bent on like getting some of these princesses out of here, even if they are terrifying.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
Thank you so much.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there.
Except for the eyes.
The
She's
princess
so.
reaches
The
top
design
of
is so
stairs
sick.
and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open.
I'm sorry, guys. I went from being absolutely terrified of her to being terrified of her and in awe. She's so cool.
Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet.
Hey, princess, why don't you kick that knife out of here?
There's no harm in us having a weapon.
Exactly, this is what I was thinking. He wanted us to have more options.
We are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep
I'm
us
kind of
alive.
impressed by the paranoid, though.
Heart.
No, please, paranoid,
Liver?
you do it, please.
Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, no, no! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
His whispering makes me much more nervous than anything in this game. It makes me so
There we go. Back with me where you belong.
Yeah.
I thought
And you
you
still
might have
hear it.
decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
You know, I wouldn't do that. There's still people looking from the outside. There's even more now.
Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this.
Yeah,
where
throw it
we're
away.
going.
You talking about the knife? Throw it away.
The princess plucks the blade
Yeah.
from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen.
Honestly, she's right. Wait, I thought there was no door on the basement. Why did a door appear? Is that the narrator putting it there?
Guess we're not stabbing her in the back.
No, we never were.
I guess
never were.
not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
You do you.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Step into the world. What's going to happen now? This is one of the most
doorknob
interesting,
twists in your
terrifying,
hand,
and beautiful ones so far.
revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
Wait,
You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone.
narrator. Everyone's being so quiet in this one. Narrator, listen to me now, okay? I appreciate it, but like, here's the problem. You don't understand what it's like to care so much about a scary princess.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. We're on your side.
But it's so
There it
cold,
is.
Too. It's itching against
Yeah,
my
it was.
skin.
We knew it was going to happen, right? The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
I'm
Why
super
now?
interested to hear what the entity, the mound or whatever it's called,
This doesn't feel...
thinks about this vessel, to be honest. So this is like before, we're kind of falling apart, withered, yeah. I'm super interested to see. What does it look like from a distance? I love the distance drawings as well. What's it going to look like with the...
I am a growing
darkness of that
chorus
figure.
Contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Yeah? So, is there one that asks about this vessel? I want to know that right away. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned
Wow.
to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart.
So, again, it's one of those things that once she only knows how to torture, so when she got to a state where, like, even after she tortured us, we were still like, yeah, let's get out of here. And after she killed us, we were still like, let's get out of here. She was able to find that companionship, at least if it was only for a second. That's amazing. And obviously, like, you know, there's stuff we can believe and can we believe, but I choose to believe that she does have a tender heart in some way, right?
Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way
Such an
home.
interesting depiction of this vessel this time. How can you... let's see if we see anything we didn't ask before. Not really. Yeah. Yeah, there's similar questions that we already asked, right? I think feels like saying like a riddle. Can you say straight? You can't be a contradiction. How can you stand in contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. Yeah, it's... Yeah, it feels like the same questions we've asked already. We asked this question before, but I want to hear it again.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
So we got this before, right? So she says she can't really see what's happening, like, you know, in every perspective. And she only lives kind of through what we've seen in our memories of this. Her attention is always on herself and what she's creating, but like when she's with us, and she said this before, when she's with us, we're the only other thing she knows. And eventually that's kind of what we get to. It's like we kind of feel like, in my world as well, the way I feel as I'm playing this game, she's the only thing that I'm comfortable near because it's the one thing that I know, right?
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
We might ask one more question if we've asked one of these before. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to
Exactly,
bring
I agree.
you. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new
So every new
secrets.
heart that she gets, she is able to have a better perspective on things, right? Because like now she has, you know, if she gets an endearing heart or a loving heart or a abandoned heart, like all this is like new emotions and new feelings that she's able to obtain through our perspective as well. Yeah, I think we can go now. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can. Let's see what else we can do. You're not just saying anything. See, we asked all these questions before, and they don't really like. Yeah. Can you stand to be a contradiction? Contradictions don't exist.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less.
Okay.
Does it make you worse? Do you
Not in any
resent
way. I think I probably still care about you quite a bit. Not all. It seems to. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I agree. I do agree. While it's terrifying, it's absolutely terrifying. Once we're in this space, the whole world feels like it doesn't exist. I don't feel like I'm playing a game when I'm in this space. I feel like everything around us in this game doesn't exist anymore.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Okay, so that wasn't what the suggestion that was given to me by a patron, and I've gotten other suggestions in the comments as well.
In the woods.
I have gotten other suggestions. Now, I'm gonna keep trying. If I can do stuff like that where like I don't even need a suggestion, that's great. But I'm sorry I didn't do it right. If you want to be more, not more clear, but if you want to like, if you realize like, okay, Calvin's not gonna get this now, you can be a little bit less vague if you want, but like obviously not spoiling what exactly happens. Because I feel like at this stage we wanted to make sure we get like for the last two something new, because it's been so interesting getting something new, and I would appreciate it so much, guys. You can be less vague if you would like. Obviously not spoiling what I will see and stuff like this. So I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. Because I definitely didn't get it right that time. But I still got something, because there's no wrong or right answers, right? It's about getting something, and we got something amazing. And it's terrifying. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I thought this was absolutely incredible. The two that we got, they were scary, they were horrifying. And we're going to continue on like that as usual, I guess. Like we got two, we got a specter and we got a nightmare. So cool. Both with good hearts. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Idazuma, Felicius Felix, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Death Trap, Lynx Marky, Assassa, Jared Beanham, Ruben Meja, Eopsy, True Peanut Butter, Alpaca Juice, Peter Jelson, and brand new patron at that tier, Sir Fiji? Again, please, they set out to pronounce it, and if I get it wrong, I'm so sorry. Like, I will say it twice next time. I always worry about getting names wrong because I'm terrible at that. If anyone's been a patron at this level before, you know that names will be said wrong. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.